games.
Hey, what's up there, comrades? Today we're working on an extra special little project. We're going to be installing a OLED touchscreen from a retro gaming repair store, and been looking forward to doing this. I have actually, unfortunately, myself tried this already. This is how it would look altogether. Unfortunately, I damaged the ribbon cable while putting it back together. More common mistake than you'd think, but yeah, pretty much rendered the entire screen useless. And after spending over an hour shaping the inside of this case just to get the screen to fit, I decided I didn't want to go through all that mess again, and I just ordered up a new case in my other favorite color, orange. All this stuff comes from Retro Game Repair Shop. They also have speakers, they have battery contacts, anything you could need for this project or anything else similar. I just got the case, the speaker, and the screen. I'll be taking out the battery contacts from this one. You keep most of the original components. I'll be keeping the buttons, the rubber membranes, the on-off switch. The new case does come with a new IR sensor. I guess it probably fits in there a little bit differently. But yeah, let's get down to it. I already undid the screws in the back of the Game Boy to save a few moments, but let's get this Game Boy apart and strip down to the motherboard, and then we can see what we're working with. As I said before, though, I already took out the screws. You got 2 up here, 2 in the middle, and 2 in the battery case. As you can see here, I have some Canton tape covering up over top of where the power wire goes to the new speaker, the new screen. So there is that to keep in mind. Something to make sure you don't accidentally ground anything that shouldn't be grounded, or bridge anything that shouldn't be bridged. You know what? I'm just going to keep that, because that's well enough. That's already done. I can just remove that wire from the screen end and put it onto our new one. Now, I did notice with the speaker, we have a connector on here, a socket, which the Game Boy Color does not have, so we're just going to have to cut that connector off and solder straight onto it. That's no problem. No problem at all. Alright, so let's continue the tear down. Of course, it uses tri-wing on the outside and regular Phillips on the inside, so we do need to get different driver bits. A little buddy, come on. There we go. Alright. Getting a little cluttered over here. Now, I already undid the connector for the ribbon cable. That's why that came undone. And now we're going to just unsolder our screen. Bing, bang, boom. Easy. So all the rest of that can stay in there. Take out our membranes. They also sell replacement membranes. Read the notes and details they have on them, though. I think some of them may have some issues with compatibility of different models and such. Let's get this speaker out of here. I'm going to add a little bit of flux to it. I'll bring you guys in. Boom, 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 boom. Just a little bit of flux to help the solder flow, both new and old. Boop, boop. And this is our new speaker, which does have the proper neutral live coloration. And again, a socket that we do not need, so we'll just take that little socket off. Boop. Can I get this to actually go through the hole for me? Yes, I can. And one more. That almost went too smoothly. That almost went too easily. I don't know if I trust that. We're definitely going to have an issue. It's never that simple. Alright, so I got our main board prepped and ready to go. We need to get our case laid out, and then we just need to solder on and connect up the screen, and we're good. So we're almost there. Certainly not least of this project, our bread and butter. The reason we're all here today. Alright. So our new main board. Some Canton tape they send us. Protective film to make sure nothing on the back of this or the new board for it ends up lifting off and grounding or touching anything it shouldn't. Odd little bit of history from these. These are actually old screens. These are coming off of a 2013 BlackBerry, I believe, so they are going to be very limited in quantity, as once those Blackberries are all used up and gone and they can't find a supply of them anymore, then that's going to be it. Because clearly they're not making those Blackberries anymore. So we just fit it into our case. I want to try and make sure that the protective film isn't overlaying at the bottom. There we go. And we are in. Perfect fit. All right. So now that part is done. Gotta lift up this little cable connector, and that's what connects us to the main board for the circuitry of our screen. Probably these connectors always a little easier said than done. I think I got it. Actually, kind of wondering what this is snagged on now, but there we go. So that's flush. And we got our connecting point over here labeled up battery. That's where our screen connects to the main board for power. is set over to the 4th pin down on the power supply. And we're good there. So now we just got to connect up the ribbon cable. That slots in, easy peasy. Lock the tabs in place. Click. Now we get out our little insulating screen. Help make sure this stuff all stays separate. Ooh, it would help if I didn't put it in upside down. I'll tell you what. Alright, so we got our new IR screen. Gotta get our power switch back on. Power switch in. Get our back on. Alright, I guess before I put all my screws in, let's slap in a battery and see what happens. Oh, we got sound. Does not look like our screen was getting power, though. That could be an issue, given that's the whole point of this. No, screen is getting power. Oop. Let's slap a game in there. Let's see. All right. Something isn't going right. Let's see what it is. Why can't anything ever be simple? You know what I mean? Ribbon cable. Get that situated. We seated the ribbon cable. There we go. Our ribbon cable was askew. So, let's slap the Game Boy game on in there. Bloop. I'll bring you all in closer. So this is an OLED display for the Game Boy Color. This is probably the worst game imaginable to try and show this off with. This is proven to be quite the terrible game. But this does have touchscreen functionality. Yeah, brightness, color mode, pixel effects. It seems like gentler is better. I think this is a pulsing green. Blue. Red. Purple. Is that too much orange? Is that doing too much for the orange? I honestly would just like a wave. Wave or a multi alternating. I think that's a pulsing. I actually think I'm going to go with the green I had near the beginning. I think I'm almost at the end. I think I am at the end, and they're actually going to make me go all the way back. Well, at least I kind of got the gist. You actually just got to be really delicate with the presses, and it picks up. So yeah, you get 31 different color profiles for that little logo. There's a bunch of different screen color profiles. See, now that I'm getting the hang of this, I think I'm going to actually show you. There we go. That's the one I like. Brightness, color mode, black and white. I don't know what you'd call that. It's almost a negative. That was kind of looks a little bit like original Game Boy. That's... Ugh. You know, I think the regular color mode is where it's at for me. Okay, yeah, brightness 3 is the limit. Yeah, everything's working. You can also get some machine cut metal buttons that look pretty nice. They come in a bunch of different finishes and colors. You can get a lot from this company. I'm going to continue trying to do stuff from them. No kind of sponsorship or anything. They have no clue who I am. Nobody knows who I am. I'm living on the secret. But, nah. I wanted to do pretty much the same thing with an original Game Boy. I have 2 original Game Boys in need of new screens. They actually do need new screens. There's a common issue with original Game Boys, and most Game Boys can fall victim to it, but over time the ribbon cable that actually connects directly to the screen will begin to detach. I guess that's what it does. That's the only real way to put it. But when it detaches, you get stripes across your screen, and they're very unsightly, and they really get in the way of things. There's no pixels running through them. It's just dead pieces of your screen. So you want to get rid of them. There's a couple of tricks to do it. You can go over them with a soldering iron over the connectors. Try and heat up the glue and get it to re-adhere. Honestly, it's best just to get a new screen. I guess there's some nostalgia for a lot of people when it comes to the original Game Boy and how it looks. I grew up with the era of the original Game Boy Pocket, Game Boy Light, but color is when I actually really got my hands on a Game Boy and started really playing it. Pokemon Red, Pokemon Blue. So, I mean, this is more what I'm used to, even though I was raised in the era of the original Game Boy. So, I can see why some people want the original style screen, and I'm pretty sure there's settings that you can get it to maintain that original look. But if you can make a game look this nice on a Game Boy, why wouldn't you? Like, that's ridiculous. This is backlit and everything. But, yeah, this project is done. Calling this one a success. And, I hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching. Love you all. Take care. Stay safe.